Hello, this is Desert Eagle Pwn, Desert Eagle X from YouTube, and I would just like to say first off that this is my first Minecraft video, and in addition it is also the first time I have actually narrated a video directly without inputting it in a video editing program. So today I'm going to go over the basics of redstone usage for those of you who are sort of new to it. First thing you need, obviously, is your redstone, and we're basically, for this video, just going to go over the basic properties of redstone and what exactly you can do with it, what it's for. I mean, obviously many of you have probably seen other videos where they do some pretty sick stuff with it, but don't quite understand how it works. We'll get into gates and stuff later, but for right now, to place redstone, just right click. That's what redstone dust looks like on the ground. It's also referred to as redstone wiring. This will be a redstone torch. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the powering of blocks. Any block in Minecraft, any block, can be either powered or unpowered. Powered blocks can transmit power if they're any of the following: a redstone torch, a piece of redstone wiring, a block with an input on it, and unfortunately I forgot my inputs. One second. But a block with an input on it transmits power. Now, each one has its own properties. The redstone torch will power anything around it that is adjacent. Power can only be transmitted horizontally and vertically. In the case of the redstone torch affects all blocks that are adjacent to it, both horizontally and vertically. So, for instance, if that middle cobblestone were to be a redstone torch, all the cobblestone around it would be affected by that torch. For redstone wiring, a piece of redstone that's powered will transmit power to any block that is horizontally adjacent to the end of the wire. For example, if I had a string of redstone here, these blocks would all be powered. If I had this one and it was connected, here, I'll give you an example. This lever is connected to this block. I flip the lever on. This block becomes powered, which powers all blocks horizontally to it. And this redstone horizontally to it is powered. Keep in mind that when you place redstone is a block of its own. Sort of like a half block, in that it covers the whole block. So if I were to try to place a block on top of it, as you can see, it floats because it's a block of its own. Just like if I were to do the same thing for this redstone. Now that that's out of the way, and you know about the directions that things get powered in, I'm going to talk a little bit about the uses of redstone. As you can see from that, as you could have seen from that other demonstration, when I threw a switch, the redstone became powered. Redstone wiring has two states, on and off. I refer to them as positive and negative, but whatever works for you. So the basic idea is redstone torches power themselves when subjected to a positive current. Wow, I failed. What? Okay. See, this redstone is powering all the blocks around it, but this torch is also powering the redstone. So what I need to do is, because this redstone will power what's horizontally adjacent to it on the end. Now I need to attach the torch to a block. See, turn the power off, torch comes on. Power on, torch goes off. We'll get into more detail on this later, but this setup right here, this is actually called an inverter, because what it will do is, as I place redstone here, this redstone's powered while that's off, and that torch acts to invert the current. So for example, this would be positive or on, and this would be off. As far as the uses of redstone, obviously you can do many things with this. The main thing a lot of people do with it is open doors. So here we have a basic wooden door that can be opened either by hand or by redstone, and I think I misplaced that, so I'm going to go ahead and move that real quick. So when I throw this switch, the blocks horizontally adjacent to the end are powered. This air block above this stone, which is actually not air because it contains the door, is horizontally adjacent to this wire. So when the switch is thrown, then it powers the door. Switch back, switch it off, the door closes. Switch it on, door opens. Now since it's a wooden door, I can obviously adjust the state like that with my fists. Other uses. Well, we've got something that everybody loves called TNT. If I were to flip this switch, that thing's gonna go boom, and I like my base. So, oh shh! Not good. Okay, that did not go according to plan. Okay, anyway. So yeah, I didn't even get to demonstrate the redstone. Oh well, okay. Other things you can use redstone for: note blocks. Adjust the pitch. A block with an input. And actually, you know what? I'm going to use this pressure plate because you guys have seen switches. Every time I step on the switch, it'll play that pitch. Same happens for a button. If I were to have a button here, every time I push the button, there's the pitch. But there are various uses for redstone. You'll come up with them as you go. Ooh, iron. You'll come up with them as you go. I'm thinking about maybe making this a series and continuing on explaining some more, going further in depth on logic gates and how to use them, because that's pretty much the majority of practical applications of redstone, is using logic gates to get it to do what you want it to do. So I guess that's it for this tutorial, and I'll hopefully get another one to you guys pretty soon.